Dude,
Yeah, and it was not there for very long.
we had one time, we were putting tires on Redneck Teddy, which was Austin's old Nissan. We picked the truck up for $300. Looked like a real pile of shit.
Nice, dude.
Great truck for high school.
Dude, back in the day, though, $300 would actually get you a little bit of something in a vehicle. You know, you can, if you found the right one, $300, you know.
When he got the title, first thing we did was pull the head off. It was not a good deal, okay?
All right, fair enough.
So, anyway, this truck, pile of shit, okay? I mean, it looks like shit. It's like fucking... Somebody primered it with white, like house primer or some shit.
Someone like paint rollered it?
Yeah, like it looked bad. And then they went to AutoZone and picked up that like silver, metallic silver, and sprayed the whole thing.
Oh, like the chrome silver shit?
Not chrome, but like it's silver with like flake in it almost.
It's supposed to be like a high quality looking silver, but it's not.
But
it's not.
One coat.
It's rattle kit.
Okay, they put one coat on it. You could still see the white primer through it.
Oh, my God.
And there was no clear coat at all.
Yeah.
And that had to have been 10 years before we got it.
Yeah,
so,
nice.
I mean, it looked rough.
Yeah.
Okay? So, Saturday morning, we got it up on cinder blocks, took the wheels off, stuffed them in my Toyota Celica, went down to A1 Tire, got some tires. We come back, okay, we were gone for 2.5 hours, maybe 3.
Oh, no.
We get back, see, it's got a big yellow fucking
green
tag
sticker
on it.
Oh,
like,
fuck,
what
dude.
the fuck? It was sitting like this for 3 hours. Like,
someone was sniping you out, dude.
Yeah.
They were waiting. They were just sitting in their window like,
right.
Today's the day, boys.
Today's the day. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'd like to report a,
An abandoned vehicle.
Yeah, dude. .307 reacts. Wow, should you? Thank you.
Yeah.
307 reacts. I'm Matt. That's Chris.
Yeah.
I failed. I can't snap. Apparently, my fingers are broken. On the screen in front of us, we have Upchurch featuring Brianna Harness, Middle of the Night. This is the official music video. This just came out like 2 days ago in our world, 3 days ago, something like that. In your world, it's going to be a week and 3 days. What else, dude? What do you know about it? I haven't seen anything other than every time I go to YouTube, it's on the top.
I know that this song is fucking good.
Okay.
It's one of my favorite songs on the album.
This is from Pioneer?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Guys.
See, I don't have the album yet. I haven't downloaded it. I haven't Spotify'd it. Is it on Spotify? It probably is. I'm sure it is. I need to give Church some stream time on Spotify for sure. I know it doesn't. The returns on that are basically
trash,
non-existent.
man.
But
Yeah.
like, you know what? That's how I do it. I pay for Spotify. Okay, so that's how.
So April 15th. Okay, 6:30.
Hey, that's my birthday.
p.m.
Oh, bro,
Mountain Standard Time.
That's already happened. These are next week's.
But
I thought about that today. These have already happened. I can cut all this out or whatever.
We're on a podcast interview thing. Check it out. Backwoods Logan.
Yeah,
okay.
so we had a great time on the podcast this last weekend. We got a little bit confused with our dates and thought that it was this coming weekend, but you know, things just happen really rapidly.
It's too bad I already edited this week's episode.
I know, man. I know.
Fuck.
I will go in on the description on these ones and put at least something in the description, and then we'll go from there.
I'll make a little short.
There you go. That'll work too. All right. Anyways, so this is on the Pioneer album. Yes, and we have covered.
Super good.
We've covered a couple of songs off of there now.
Yes.
I know there's one that we still need to cover where Ryan apparently has a rap bit in one of these songs where he like has some crazy bars. And
I don't think that's on YouTube just yet.
Oh, is it not? That one's still.
I don't think so. Oh. That one he featured with what fucking song was that? Let me pull up my Spotify here. Pioneer, look right there at the top.
Look at
Let's
that.
go. I believe it's Slang.
Okay.
Is the name of the song, and I don't think it's on YouTube yet.
Okay.
But
I'm excited to see that one.
Spotify and do
I've just seen his videos
Yeah.
about it, like and the reactors and stuff. Well, no, I think it is on YouTube because I've seen reactors.
Well, reactors sometimes will react to the audio through
the
Spotify.
audio. I bet it's the audio.
Yeah, which we can do.
Anyways.
Yeah.
In the meantime, we're going to watch Middle of the Night with Upchurch and Brianna Harness. And I haven't seen anything from Brianna Harness since before they even came to town. So interested to see what they did together.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I think the last one we watched was with her dad.
Right.
I forget the name of it.
It was the one where they were like in a stable or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Super good.
Anyways, check that one out. It's on our page. Here we go.
Let's go.
those nails. Good lord.
Talons.
Yeah, that's sketchy. I didn't adjust the volume, so it might blow us up.
Full send.
Go.
One man motley crew with these girls. And my fault they string me along like some pearls. And my heart too big, I wanna love, but I end up hating me even more. Then I end up downtown in a twin turbo horse, revving up my engine at some Broadway girls. And say you wanna skirt some curves, I'm local to all gas and the heartbreak world. I ain't gonna call your phone in the middle of the night, needing conversation like you're some kind of I ain't gonna think about you with another man dancing downtown to some replay jams.
So are they about to break him out of jail? Is that
That was the
what's going
vibe
on?
I was catching
Yeah.
from the beginning. Is he's obviously talking to his girl on the outside or whatever, and he's secretly kind of devising this plan with his boys to get him out of there and do the
Yeah,
thing.
Deerdorf would be the guy, man. Deerdorf would break him out.
That's who we're looking at here. Okay, all right.
Deerdorf, man. I don't know what you saw in that hole in the ground, but you look concerned. Okay? You look rather concerned.
Let's keep going.
Needing conversation like
That guy ate shit.
He was like, oh.
I ain't gonna think about you with another man dancing downtown to some replay jams. No, baby, I ain't gonna trip 'cause I only wear boots. Save the cowboy hats for the toys getting loose. Don't worry about me messing with your weekend life, 'cause I won't call your phone in the middle of the night. In the middle of the
What are they?
I saw that part on Instagram where they cut that pipe.
So what are they just sabotaging the place or something? Or
I don't know yet.
yeah, I'm interested.
But I know when they were filming this section, Beloose, because they cut like a tiny slit in it and let the water kind of come out, and Beloose is like, "No, dude, I need more. I need more." And Upchurch is standing there watching them, right? Upchurch filming for his Instagram thing. And they're like, okay, fuck it. And they cut a little bit more, and then the pipe just comes all the way apart. They're like,
oh shit,
looks great.
yeah, that'll
That's
work.
perfect. That's the shot.
That'll work. Which, by the way, just a quick
Those headlamps, man.
quick note. It looks like he's using one of those headlamps that we've been
Yes.
talking about, dude. And I
Yes.
still need to send out the email on those.
Yes.
And this is just a
Supposedly,
kind
the
reminder.
company that we got them from at work actually stole the patent or the idea or whatever and built them from the original.
Oh.
And so they're no longer a business.
Yeah, they probably got called out for that. Mhm.
Yeah,
Yep,
big time. But anyway, those headlamps, the super cool thing about them is, like, I used them at work for a while. The only thing that sucks is the battery life.
Fair enough.
But
that's probably improved at this point in the game.
I would hope so.
A little bit.
It's been about a year, so maybe. But they have a thing where, like, you can just hit on, off, right? Or you can hit on, and then it has another button. You hit that button, and you can just wave your hand past it, and it shuts off.
Yeah.
Wave it back, and it turns back on. Like, it's super
So
cool.
there's no like fidgeting with a button. It's just like a turn on
Yeah.
and then the thing's on. So you don't have to like, especially when you have gloves on and you're trying to do something. It's
Oh,
really
your
hard
hand's
to find.
covered in oil.
Yeah,
like,
it's hard to
you
find
just-
a power button, and on some of them, some headlamps, your face is just covered in grease because you're like, where's the?
Yeah,
and
you're
you
all
can't-
trying to
you're
adjust,
trying to,
like,
yeah, dude.
yeah.
And so like, really nice to just have something that form fits to your head. It's like
It's
super low
small,
profile, like
yeah.
way low profile, and you can
Like-
just it's motion activated, dude.
Yeah.
I love that. I still want to try one. Never
The only
have,
thing
but
that sucks is if you walk past a reflective surface, like a clean car with shiny glass, the glass will turn it on and off
Oh, no
as you walk
shit.
by. Yeah.
that's funny.
Yeah, so-
But that, hey, kudos to your clean job at that point,
Yeah,
right?
right.
Like that just means you're doing a good job. All right, let's keep going. There's more water. There you go.
I'm a backwoods bandit, some don't understand it. I'm a star because the stars are truck bed and a blanket. Ladies love me cause my accent and I'm crazy. They go out in skirts, I offer outskirts and danger. Hard pouring rain, good thing I'm no stranger. Cruising
Yep,
through Music
there we go.
City
Dude,
with
that's a cool
one in
shot.
the
Yeah, it
chambers.
is.
Too out of time, too long to
Dude,
stray.
okay.
Living too
We got to figure out what's going on here. Like, I don't know what it is, but I mean, after this video, I guess. But like,
Oh, did the camera fuck around?
it literally just stopped.
How
on us
long?
Again.
Like just now?
Just now.
Okay,
it
cool.
just stopped right there. But like, we got to figure that out after this episode.
What the hell?
Like, why? Hey,
Yeah, we'll identifix it.
Hey, community. Yeah, we need to. Hey, community. Why is our GoPro 11 randomly shutting off? Is it our card? Is it our battery?
Well, it doesn't shut off. It just stops recording.
Yeah, it just quits recording after a while. Do we have some sort of weird clip length set or something like that? Maybe we have a clip length on there. We'll look at it after this episode. Sorry about that, guys. Anyways, let's just keep going.
Oh, by the way, I do want to mention.
Let's go back a little bit. That shot was really dope.
Hard pouring rain, good thing I'm no stranger. Cruising through Music City with one in the chamber. Two out the.
Okay, so this right here, where you see the bedroom on the one side and the jail on the other side, there's actually a wall right there, and they are just on the other side of the wall. It's not two different camera angles edited together.
Yeah. I assume it's probably like a Hollywood type of thing.
Yeah.
It's just a movie set scenario where basically it's just a wall.
Upchurch films them like building all of that and stuff.
That's cool,
on his
dude.
Instagram.
That's
like,
super
it's cool.
I have always been really interested in like making a video like that and like actually creating a set. I think that would be a lot of fun to do. I just have nowhere to put it because that's a big thing. You gotta you gotta have space to do that.
Yeah, that's why you bought the warehouse.
And these days you gotta have like $50,000 for lumber if you're gonna do something like that too, because lumber's crazy.
That's about $2 million worth of lumber down there at Home Depot. So
this is a $5 million shot right here, okay? just in materials alone.
Stranger, cruising through Music City with one in the chamber. Too out of time, too long to stray. Living too fast to be anybody's second place. I ain't gonna call your phone in the middle of the night. Needing conversation like
no shit, yeah, he's like, hurry up.
I ain't gonna think about you with another man dancing downtown to some replay jams. No, baby, I ain't gonna trip cause I only wear boots. Save the cowboy hats for the toys getting loose. Don't worry about me messing with your weekend life, cause I won't call your phone in the middle of the night.
Don't try to call my phone in the middle of the night. If I ain't with you in the morning, don't hit me when the moon's bright.
That's a whole, that's a legit set. Like that whole, what?
Thinking about how you and me could be a thing. I couldn't hear you over my exhaust when you called. But the shit you put me through, I don't think we can resolve. I ain't no Broadway girl, baby, yeah, don't get that shit twisted. I keep a 9 on my hip in case these bitches start tripping.
Nice.
In the middle of the night, needing conversation like you're some kind of lie. I ain't gonna think about you with another man dancing downtown to some replay jams. No, baby, I ain't gonna trip cause I only wear boots. Save the cowboy hats for the toys getting loose. Don't worry about me messing with your weekend life, cause I won't call your phone in the middle of the night. In the middle of the night.
Nice.
I won't call your
Oh shit. He's like, oh fuck.
Like, oh, guess I got some company.
Yeah. Damn, that was a really good video.
So he had like two completely different sets right there. He had the one where they're in two separate rooms, but then he also had the one where they're below him and he's up above them in the cell.
Yeah. Well, I think it was one set. Now here's the thing. I have to check his Instagram again. And it may have been just stories. I don't know. Anytime he has a story, I try to watch it. But I do know the first shot that I saw was them building the two rooms together.
Uh-huh.
But it was all kind of on a platform, and I mean, fuck, they have the equipment to just raise it up and set it on something else.
Yeah,
I mean,
and that's maybe, depending on how it was shot, maybe the two rooms, maybe they got all of the side-by-side shots that they needed before they put the hole in the floor of the one room, and then because I don't think there were any shots as they were doing that. I don't think there were any like side-by-side shots while that was going on. So that would make sense.
I don't know. Yeah.
That would make sense if you did
or
it
they
that way.
just separated the two and put the one on top of the other, maybe.
Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know.
That
was really good, though.
That one shot, though, I love the shot where it showed them underneath and then like raised up to the top. And then you find out that that's literally just a set piece. Like that's a full set,
that
dude.
Is wild, man.
Really, really, really
These boys
cool.
out here working, dude.
Working so hard to make videos, man. And that's what you do. That's what makes you a popular content creator right there. Is like, I don't have a production company that comes in and has a budget to build my set for me and hire a bunch of actors and laborers and choreographers and script writers to do all this stuff for. I don't have all that. I got my friends. They brought their
Yeah.
toolboxes and their trucks, and we're gonna put some lumber together and do some shit.
I tell you what,
Film some
Deerdorf
stuff.
is home renovating son of a bitch. Like,
Yeah.
that guy knows how to run, like, a hammer and a nail, man.
Dude,
that guy knows what's up.
I love that, man. Being a homeowner, especially over the last couple of years, and like kind of starting the remodel process around here, dude, you learn a lot very quickly.
Yeah.
Like, and a lot of that is just hands-on stuff. Like,
Yeah.
you can watch all the videos in the world, but until you literally take a crowbar to your drywall and just start destroying your walls and kind of reverse engineering stuff, you don't really have like the hands-on experience. And like, I appreciate anyone who has that knowledge, who's like, dude, these contractors that can come in and they're just like, oh yeah, so if you put a beam here and you put this joist in here and then you move this and we can get this support in here and then you tack this up and you do this, and I'm just like, what? It's like with any other thing. It's like with welding. It's like with piano playing. It's like, just one of those trades where it's like you find the guys that are really good at it, and it's like it's really impressive to watch, man.
It
like
is.
watch them put
It
a room
is.
together. You're like, damn, dude, you did that so quick.
Yeah, no, watching my grandfather work. Like, my grandfather, he was a kind of a missionary, but not really. But what he did is he would travel around the country building churches, and it is astounding to me how fast. So when I was living in North Carolina, he came to visit, and on my aunt's house, they wanted like a sunroom, like on the outside, like a screened porch is more, right? So it still has a roof, so you had to put an extension for the roof over the top, and then some railing and stuff, and then a whole screen to keep the bugs out.
Yeah.
And then the whole deck and
Like
all
a
that
covered
good
porch,
stuff.
basically, yeah.
So I leave for work that morning, and I left at like 6 o'clock. Okay, he's already up drinking coffee 5:30.
Mapping shit out.
He's just making marks.
Yep,
and,
looking at
whatever.
stuff, getting his measurements. Yeah.
I come home. He's already got the deck built, and he is working on like where to put supports for the roof. The deck is built. The pillars are
And he's
up,
like, he's like getting
and it's like,
he's got the foundation done, dude.
dude,
Like,
what the fuck?
you have worked so hard today. You've worked so hard and so
he's,
fast.
He's old as hell,
Yeah,
dude. Like,
how have you done this? How have you done all this?
It was just astounding.
Mind-blowing, dude.
Yeah.
I love that. I love when you find those guys in the trade that you're just, dude, some of the shit that you do, we go into the shop and I'm like, how have you already got that apart? What is going on? And a lot of it comes down
Lots
to
of practice,
you've done it a
over
billion
and
times,
over and over
and
again.
you've
Yeah.
got the tools and the know-how. You know that, like, I'm doing that. Okay, I need this thing, and this thing, and then you can go over there and bop, 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 and the thing is apart.
Yep.
Whereas a lot of other people are like, okay, that's what size is that?
I
one? I'm
actually
not sure.
pulled that on Jason today.
Really?
Yeah,
Damn.
which that's good. If I can impress my boss,
There you
who's
go.
been in the game for a long time.
Yeah.
He was like, "Hey man, go ahead and start with the valve cover on this car. I gotta run down to Midas. I'll be back in like 10 minutes." So he runs down to Midas, and I'm putting the last bolt back in.
Nice.
And he goes, "Fuck Gus, dude, you haven't even got the thing off yet." And I was like, "Dude, this is the last bolt's back in." He's like, "What?" He's like,
Dude, hell yeah.
He's like, "This job was 2 hours." And I go, "Dude, it's fucking like 8-10 millimeter bolts and then a harness. Like, what are you talking about?"
Is it a 4-cylinder?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, a little
pop off, pop on.
A little Suzuki.
There you go.
So, but,
But yeah, dude, I appreciate that, man, and these
Yeah.
guys for building the set. So they referenced they kind of drove home the Broadway Girl thing.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
think that's some sort of? Do you think there's some sort of Chase Matthew thing going on with that or anything?
So, the Broadway Girls is always like, let me think. So, I'm trying to think how to put this in a way that it doesn't upset folks. A Broadway girl in Wyoming would be considered like a mud cricket, you know what I mean? Or a buckle bunny, somebody who plays the part but isn't really country. A Broadway girl's like, "Oh my God, Nashville, I'm so country, blah, 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 blah," right? But like, there's still guys that chase after them. But then, like, I think the whole story, and it's really hard to tell because I've listened to it 100 times and still haven't, just the whole vibe of the song, I get lost. And I start listening to the lyrics and I catch a couple of things here and there, and then I just catch myself vibing with the instrumentals again. But to me, it seems like he's like, "Oh, I went to jail. I'm just looking for that girl who's like playing the part or whatever. She's really easy. Buckle bunnies are easy. If you got a truck, she's getting in it." So,
Wyoming.
but he's like, you come, I was that was me driving by, revving up my shit. And she's like, no. Don't get it twisted. I ain't no Broadway girl. Fucking
okay.
Like
Sure,
you don't come in here fucking with me thinking that I'm something I'm not. You
Yeah.
know, I'm the real deal or whatever. So.
Yeah, okay, for sure. They just kind of, it seemed like they were driving that home, and I don't know, I haven't really been keeping up with that whole thing. Like, I subscribe to Church and, watch all of his personal videos and things like that, but hadn't been following the whole controversy from the other side of things. So I didn't know if there was anything there with that or not. But
yeah, no, as far as I know, that thing's just whatever.
I like how, obviously Ryan is not he's not the do. He's not Billy Wilkins. He's not Frank Tedesco. No. He's not Harry Mack, right? Yeah. Like, nobody is those people, right?
Yeah.
He's not like some overly crazy talented musician, instrumentally wise, right? Like as far as vocally, I have no room to speak at all. I think he's amazing. He can he can write and sing better than I'll ever be able to. But as far as like instrumentally and like rhythmically, I'll even say he's probably he's like a average musician when it comes to like his rhythmic, right? Which I was gonna say, I think actually can like play to his favor in certain situations, because like some of the cadences in this, and I guess some of the cadences and other stuff too. It's just kind of his writing style. Like he writes in rhythms that you would think like, I don't know how to explain it. They supersede the beat almost. Like he kind of writes past the beat, but then he falls back in line again in the next beat. Like I don't really know how to explain it. It's all timed up, and it works and it fits, and the words that he uses makes it work.
Yeah.
But I don't. It's interesting to me that like
it's one of those things, and he specifically talked about on the Pioneer album. He was working on his voice because he has a country album coming out next.
Okay.
And he's like, I really, 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 really want to gain proper control of my voice. Oh. Oh, no.
Becca's mom, everyone.
Good to see you.
I love you and I miss you, baby doll.
I love you, too.
I owe you a bunch more, too.
Oh, is that right?
I told her she was allowed to do that.
And Chris is officially about as red as the lights behind us at this point in the game. So that's Becca's mom, Cindy. All right, anyways, didn't know they were even here.
Anyway.
Talking about Ryan's cadences, his singing country album.
So, anyway, he's been working on his voice because he's like, I want to sing this country shit to the best of my ability, and I don't want it to feel like I'm straining my voice or working really hard. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people, now Aaron Hansen is a great example of this. Just because you know some crazy, weird technique that you were taught in jazz school or whatever doesn't necessarily mean you have to use it. Aaron will use it, and it's, believe me, when you look at the sheet music, you go, what the fuck is this?
Or put it in solo, you're like...
Yeah, you're like, what? This sounds like a dude threw his bass down the stairs.
You
like,
fucked up,
fuck
right? You missed, right? You missed that part.
No. He just does that. But, like, people don't understand that. And Ryan understands that, like, he's like, I'm writing music for the people that are like me. Do I want something that's overly complicated that's just gonna make just go over my head? Is it something that like I want it to be specific to someone like me? And am I interested in all these crazy jazz beats? Am I interested in rapping like Harry Mack? Well, no, because I wouldn't listen to that. You know
and
what
like,
I mean? And that's kind of how he is.
There's a 1% of your brain that is like, maybe you're obviously
show off a little bit.
Yeah, you're obviously interested in some of that stuff because it's attractive and things like that. But like you said, it's like for the rest of the people out there who are not, they don't have the musician brain. They don't know the terminology. They haven't been through theory. They don't know about certain rhythm patterns and things like that. They just want to vibe to a beat and like be able.
Hear a story.
And, I mean, in all honesty, they want to be able to sing along with the words that are that they're hearing. That's like the biggest part of it. Is like, is it easy to sing to? Is it relatable? Is it memorable? Is the melody memorable? And honestly, dude, anything past that is just technicality for musicianship's sake. I would say. At any point past that, it's musician versus musician rather than musician versus the crowd.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, but
no, of course not.
It's all about what you're writing for.
Yeah, and obviously
You know?
that's what I was saying. I think it works in Ryan's favor because he's obviously super popular because of it, and I think because it's so relatable, a lot of people can remember it, and it's easier for them. It's easier for the average person, the non-musician, I should say, to be able to sing along and to be able to,
or even the country boy who doesn't necessarily like rap, but can get behind the lyrics of what he's saying.
Yep.
Like
exactly. He
so.
still holds those values in there, and he makes it all work. And I was thinking about that at the beginning of it. There's some cadences that are a little bit like, I would say that like they're longer than the beat or something, but he shortens the words up to make sure that he still falls back on one and like is able to do.
I know what you're saying. It almost feels like it's in a 6/8, but it's not. Like, it's kind of a weird like counting thing. Like the phrasing, like a normal 4/4 bar, it feels like the phrase goes for 2 bars instead of just 1. But then it comes back to like it's a
I said, it feels like he's going to go more beats than are in the phrase, but then he shortens the words up in certain spots to make it fit. It's like, oh, he needs to finish the sentence, and the way he's doing it, it's not going to fit. But then he'll like at the end he'll do a triplet or something like that, and like do a couple different words or something, and then throw it back into bar 1, which is like non-traditional in most musicians' sense. It's just like just keep the thing going. But he'll not having that sensibility or whatever, that knowledge or whatever, that theory, I don't know what you want to call it, I think works in his favor.
It does.
I think it's a cool thing, and I think that's why he stays original, honestly. Part of the reason why he stays original.
Well, and Brian
stays real, too. That helps a lot.
Brian never went to music school.
Yeah, and that's what I mean.
He never went to, like, all of this is just self-taught from what...
He has no formal training. He just, like we were saying, he's a country boy who listens to music and decided that I want to be a musician, and like, boom, that's how, this is the guy who's living that life.
That's what makes Tom McDonald different. That's what makes Adam Calhoun different. None of these guys went to school and studied theory and studied whatever. They just like knew that they loved music and went, well, I'm gonna do it, and they just did.
I'm gonna write music. I'm gonna drink beer. I'm gonna kick some ass, and I'm gonna sell some records.
That's
Turns
it.
out, check, done.
Works. But
yeah, man, that was great. 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5, man.
5 out of 5 all day.
Yeah, dude.
And Brianna Harness, man, I always get worried because she's got that soft, like gentle voice, and when she sang, what was that song with her dad? I want to know, have you ever seen the rain?
Creedence Clearwater Revival or whatever, that CCR song, yeah.
So I was like, her dad has got a very gruff, and it just harmonized so well.
No, dude, that was a cool cover. I remember that.
Really
that was a
cool
way
cover.
cool cover.
That was like one of my favorite versions.
That was really cool.
But then like I was like with Ryan, okay, yeah, I could kind of see it, and then I heard it, and I was like, oh my god, dude, this is so good.
Yeah. It fit very well. I wish she would have had a longer part. Honestly, it's too bad she didn't have more bars in there, but that's okay.
Real. Supposedly, on the country album, they're supposed to be doing more.
I was going to say, that just leaves room for something down the road, and there it is. So, all right, take us out, man.
Well, if you guys enjoyed this video as much as we did, be sure to leave a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, click the bell, become part of the notification gang. And with that, we'll see you guys next time. Ow! Jesus. Holy shit. On one.
Highly educated.